I think a young group of guys who are hungry and they're very committed. If you saw how much some of these guys changed in the last year, and I've talked to a few of the guys, like, I mean, you remember where you were at a year ago? Like, I've talked to a few guys in the last couple of weeks, like, do you remember where you were a year ago and how much growth you made? And they're like, you kind of see their eyes light up and like, oh yeah, man, I wasn't sure how good I was going to be if I could. And now what they've done is they've consistency over time. And that's what we talk about all the time. There's got to be consistency over time. It can't just be like, I mean, one is making a decision. You burn the bridges. The decision that I'm sticking with this program. I'm believing in myself. I'm going to keep moving forward. And the other one is that I'm going to do it daily and make that decision. Because, man, you guys have all been around college wrestling enough to know how hard it is and how tough it is and how grinding it can be and how there's going to be some letdowns and there's really no big pot of gold at the end of it. It just teaches you a lot of life lessons and a lot of lifetime habits that hopefully you carry over with you. But I just think those guys setting a really high standard. If you saw what they did all summer, lifting and working, and some of these guys, I bet you they were looking forward to school because some of them were getting up early in the morning, they're lifting, they're working all day, and then they're doing something else to get themselves better. So, really, and that's where it's got to be led from. It can't be fueled from me. It's got to be fueled from the team, and it's been fueled from those guys. And now they're just raising their level, and it's just going out there and beating a really good guy. And then once they beat a really good guy, then that first domino falls and they all start to fall.
Last year, preseason, you guys had 3 ranked wrestlers in the MAC poll. This year you have 6. Are there higher expectations going into the season than last year?
I mean, every year the expectations are high. It's to get the most out of your guys. We can go back to the last couple of years. Have we performed like we've wanted to? 100% no. I mean, we haven't. But I can tell you, and I've said this before, that those last couple of years have made me as a coach. They've made me a better coach because you have to really do a real deep evaluation of the program as a whole. And does that mean you're panicked and you change a bunch of things? No, but it means, hey man, we really got to dig down deep and figure out, what we doing? Is it developing guys? Are they getting better? Our retention rate's been great. We've had guys that have stuck through the program, but how much better have they gotten? And last year was the first guys that I've had 5 years. I've had 5 years. I've recruited them. They were on campus, and you start to see some things that maybe wear on them. And then you start to make those adjustments on the front end. So on the back end, our 4th and 5th year are our best years instead of, I see it in college wrestling right now. Guys, 4th and 5th year, they're like looking at their watch, man. I'm ready to get out of here and be done. I want their 4th and 5th year to be their best years, their most exciting years, not their first 1 and 2 years. I want that dream to stay alive, and I want them when they're 4th and 5th year and they're about to be done out of here. They're still excited about the sport and growing in it. And if we can do that, then I think we'll get the absolute most out of our guys. So expectations are always the same. It is to get the absolute most out of our athletes, to get them to wrestle and perform hard for 7 minutes, is to get them to do the right things on and off the mat. I mean, that never changes. And I believe in my guys 100%. I believe that every one of these guys, whoever steps out there, they're going to win every time, whoever they're facing. And that'll never change. If it does, then I'll be done coaching.
Does this team